Hey, what's up, friends? It's Moses. I hope and pray that you guys are doing well. I'm starting out my shift with I just have one load on me. I don't have any pre-plan, so I'm just gonna do this one load for now, and hopefully by the time I'm done with it, they have something for me. I'm not sure how freight is looking right now. I know that last night we had a lot of loads that were stacked up or still on the train. So like my last 4 hours, all I was doing was looking for empties and in getting them to the rail. But right now I have a good run that I like. I'm going to Sulphur Springs, which is a little over 100 miles from here. So that's a good drive. As you know, every now and then I do like driving and getting some of those long runs just as a change of scenery. Picked up my load. Let's out get it and head to Sulphur Springs. Let's go check in. Hey, what's up, friends? I pray and hope that you guys are doing well. Real quick, I just wanted to let you know that if you have a CDL license, whether you are out of training or you already have experience and you think JB Hunt may be a good fit for you, I encourage you to send me your name and your phone number. My email is moses@driversuccess.com, or you can use the link in the description below. It's the very first link. It will take you to my website, and there will be a form that you can fill out. That form will come with your information to me. I will ask Susan to give you a call so that she can see what is available in your area. So you guys have seen that I've been bringing on some guests in the last few episodes, where we have guests share with us some of their experiences within the industry. So the last 3 or 4 people that I've interviewed are people that are not truck drivers. And there is a reason why I started doing that, or why I decided to do that. And that's because one of the things that I have seen in the industry is that, again, as I have said before, we don't have, as truck drivers, we don't have what I would consider or call a career ladder, like where you come in like as a truck driver and maybe you look at certain things and say, maybe I want to go to this position and then to this position and then to this position. So most of us, when we come into the industry, what we think of is, after you've been in the industry as a company driver, is to become an owner operator. And so I wanted us to find other ways that we can be able to branch out in case we come to that point where we feel like we don't want to drive anymore. We want to see what other options are out there. And I've noticed that one of the things is, sometimes when drivers feel like they don't want to drive anymore, they start to look for something else to do that is outside the industry, because maybe they don't know any other way to look for something within the industry. So I wanted to start looking at things that are outside of driving within the industry, or even to be able to find information for those that may want to become owner operators. And so one of the things that you're going to see is a change in the kind of content that I provide. Of course, if any of you needs more help concerning other things to do with driving trucks, I will still be able to give that help. But like in my mind, I think I have all the videos that touch on that subject. But in case any of you still wants help in that subject, of course I'm gonna be here, and you can ask me which videos you guys want to do. So because I take my tips from you. Whatever videos you guys want me, or whatever questions you have, I can be able to answer those questions in videos. But you're gonna see me try to put the things that I've learned from those interviews. Of course, those are not the only um, places where I'm learning from. I'm doing a lot of research, I'm doing a lot of studying, I'm doing a lot of reading to see where we can be able, other places we can be able to tap into. So you're gonna see me share with you those. I know some of you may not find those interesting, but I really want to go into that direction. So watch out for that. Talking of that, let's start from the video that you saw last time, where I was interviewing Mr. Mike Nelms from Keep Trucking Transportation. He did mention that he's looking for drivers, and he said that he pays his drivers, he starts them off at $1,800 per week. And I thought it's very important for me to kind of talk about that $1,800 per week, because one of the things that you will hear about, like big companies and small companies, and I think it's important for us to know the differences and to know how to look and compare these companies, especially when it comes to pay and other things. One of the things that happens when people come into the industry, they will start moving from one company to another because of maybe the promises in pay, especially pay. People hear, oh, they're paying so much here, oh, they're paying so much there, and so they keep on hopping around without really sitting down to look at the whole picture. And so I want to make sure that, especially for those of you that are new, for those of you that have been in the industry for a while, I'm thinking you've already, through experience, you've known how to look at the industry. But for those of you that are coming into the industry, I think it's important that you understand certain things. So let's talk about the 8,000, right? That Mr. Nelm starts off his drivers. One of the things I want you to understand is, I think I did not actually, not I think, I did not ask him the question because I think I just assumed that people would know, because when he says $1,800, what you need to know is that $1,800, that is at $10.99, right? So when he's paying you, you look at the number 1,800 and you hear it and you are like, oh, I want to go and work for him. One of the things that I want you to understand is that is $10.99, which means that 1,800 you are responsible for you're paying your taxes. There are no benefits. One of the things, by the way, he mentioned, because I did call him to clarify, because I didn't want to give you information that is not right. So I had to ask him about that 1,800, whether it's a 1099 or if they do payroll and take out taxes, like, and give you a W2. So it's a 1099, right? Meaning you are treated as an independent contractor. But he also mentioned in the interview, if you remember, that even if you took some days off, maybe like you took off 3 days within the week, you will still get that 1,800, even if you worked maybe like 3 days out of the week because you needed some time off. And so that can be termed as a benefit. But one of the things you want to know is, to understand, is it doesn't come with the benefits. And those are the things that you need to figure out and see what you really want to do. These big companies, sometimes people bash big companies, all those mega carriers, but there is a lot that the mega carriers also do that people don't take into consideration. One of the biggest expense when it comes to trucking companies, one of the biggest expenses, and most businesses, is the employee pay, right? And so when you think about it, if you, as somebody that maybe has a family and security is important to you, benefits like health benefits are important to you, then you may want to slow down and think so hard before you move over and go to a smaller company that pays you as an independent contractor. There are things you need to consider. So things like benefits. like workers' comp, and there's a lot that goes into an employee who is paid as a W-2. That is different. And the reason why smaller companies choose to pay 1099 is because there's that, let me call it a liability that is taken off of their plates. And so there are things that they may not be able to do when they are small, that big companies are able to do. And so you want to be very careful. I want to make sure that you guys make the right decision. Now, there are people where it makes sense for them to go and work as a 1099, and there are people that it makes sense to stay as a W-2. And so it's important that you make your research. And again, as I'm learning about this stuff, again, as I said, you're going to see some changes because I'm going behind the scenes and learning stuff behind the scene that goes into building a trucking company, because I want to show you guys some of that stuff in the stuff that is in the bag, so that you can understand. Because before you think of bashing any company or before you think of making any move, it's important that you have the right information. If you want to become an owner operator, you need to understand what that means. If you want to go out and become a dispatcher, you need to understand what that means. If you want to be a 1099 employee or independent contractor, you need to know what that means, so that you make decisions not just because of you hear large amounts of money, but because you understand what that means. So I'll be touching on these things again. As I said, I'm doing a lot of studies and I'm going behind the scenes, and you're going to see me do things that may help you out as you figure out what you want to do with your career within the trucking industry. So watch out for the videos that are coming forth. I'm going to do things that hopefully can be of benefit, especially if they're going to be beneficial to those of you that are just coming into the industry and those of you that have been here for a long time like myself. So hopefully those things that I'll be sharing with you are going to be beneficial to all of us. Again, before I forget, for those of you that want to come work for JB Hunt, we are currently hiring. Whether you are just new out of trucking school or you've been in the industry and you have experience, if you think JB Hunt is a right fit for you, we are currently hiring independent contractors, new truck drivers, experienced truck drivers, regional, local, intermodal, dedicated. It just depends really on where you are. Just send me your information. Moses@driversuccess.com is my email. Send me your information, your name, zip code, and your phone number. And then I'll have Susan give you a call and see what's available in your area. All right, friends, until next time, stay blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye.